Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? AZD here with you. Just want to shoot this quick video and let's talk about some things. Yes, we're in the year 2023. Happy New Year, everybody. 2023. Another year is upon us, so we got to take our blessings, take advantage of all the opportunity. So speaking of the year 2023, what to expect of the year 2023? And I'm just want to talk about some few things. Quick video, won't be too long. And just some of the things that we're going to talk about is what to expect in the year 2023. And these things I came across while, doing some research in terms of the economics, in terms of technology, the monetary system, and things like that. So one thing to expect first in my book is inflation will continue. So the inflation will continue above the average that the Federal Reserve wants to have it at 2.5 to 3.0%. That's the goal. Right now, we're at about 7.8%, I believe. And the CPI data will be coming out in a few weeks or so. So then we're going to have an update on the inflation rate with the new CPI data coming out. So that's the first thing to expect in 2023, for inflation to continue. And also just to expect the cost of goods to continue to increase. The second thing to expect in the year 2023, the one that's upon us, and I'm not trying to make this video a negative video or anything like that, but it's just what I came across from doing research and even things that they're talking about in the media. Second thing will be layoffs. There will be more layoffs in 2023. And it would come with also, a couple years ago, there was that great resignation campaign and things like that. So a lot of people left the workforce. A lot of people retired. A lot of people, decided to do their own thing. Right now, the Federal Reserve would like to have the employment, the job openings more under, I forgot the amount of, more under a certain amount of numbers. They don't want too many jobs out there. They want more people unemployed in order to help with the inflation rate. But with that happening now is you having people getting higher wages, and with higher wages become higher price of goods. So that's going to be the second thing, layoffs. More layoffs will be coming. We had Amazon layoff, I think about 11,000 people. We had other layoffs with like Twitter. Twitter has some layoffs. I think it was like 3,000 people. Facebook has some layoffs, etc. And I think it was even DoorDash had some layoffs, not in terms of the services or people delivering for DoorDash, but in terms of within the office, within the operation, there were layoffs with those. So it's going to be a lot more layoffs ahead. Also including with those layoffs will be more hiring freeze. For example, Amazon also initiated a hiring freeze. Facebook also initiated a hiring freeze. A lot of the larger tech companies have initiated some kind of hiring freeze over the past month. So the job market is going to be crazy, like we discussed. It's going to be a lot of job openings, but it's not going to be filled. So therefore, it's going to lead to a lot of unemployment. And with the layoffs and the great resignation, the unemployment number will go up. Not exactly sure how the Federal Reserve is going to work all this out. Will they increase the Federal Reserve rate, 0.25 or 25 basis point or another 50 basis points? The Federal Reserve is still trying to get the federal rate up to about 4.5 to 5.0. It's probably still going to increase the interest rate by about 75 basis points over the next half year, next 6 months or so. So that's going to be something to look for. What else to expect in the year 2023? Another thing to expect in the year 2023 will be more like a housing market crash. A lot of people don't want to say it's going to be exactly a housing market crash, but you will see something happen within the housing market. You will see some prices go down. You will see some big companies come in, swoop it up. You will have mortgage rates going higher. The interest rate keeps going up higher. So then you will have some people forced to do like a distress sale. So maybe it was paying $1,000 in interest rate. The Federal Reserve interest rate went up to about 4.5. In terms, the mortgage interest rate probably go up to about 8.5%. So if they was paying $1,000 a month on a mortgage, that would probably bring it up to about $1,085. And maybe they was just getting by doing that 1,000 mortgage. So some people might get distressed and will be forced to selling their properties at a lower price, or even some of those big dogs gonna come in and start swooping up all the properties when they're at a lower price, because the main goal coming forward in the upcoming years is you basically going I'm going to do another video with that coming forward. And it's a plan that WEF also talked about. They basically, it's their campaign, it's their plan. They talked about it at the many meetings that they have over the years, especially this year at, I think it was the Davos meeting or something like that. Let's look it up. WEF, World Economic Forum, and their plans for 2022, 2023, 24, 2030, and on. So that's one thing to look out for. It's going to be housing supplies. Building supplies is going to be kind of limited also because of what's going on with because, you know, the stuff going on with the shipments and people can't get products and supplies and things like that. So building supplies will get affected, but they're still building like apartment buildings, apartment housings, more for renters, because they want people to start more renting instead of owning their own property. Another thing to look out for 2023, what else to expect for year 2023 will be, won't be as much food as, you know, people used to. People got to start saving more food, controlling their food, portioning their food right for the months. You know, just be careful of how they're using up the food, because it's not going to be a lot of food. Like we can see right now, the shelves are not that packed like how it used to be. Like back in the days, you go in the store, you buy a whole bunch of stuff, even sometimes end up wasting some of that stuff. So that's also kind of how the Federal Reserve want to also keep a balance of the inflation in terms of the interest rate and the federal rate. What else to expect for the year 2023 will be the cost of living. The cost of living is not going to exactly match the Federal Reserve rates and the interest rates going up. Cost for living probably be 3%. Inflation, etc., about 7%. So you're still going to be like 4% in the hole. So definitely got to look out for cost of living. An article that I was reading was this guy was talking about basically whatever kind of income you're making right now going forward into the next year or two, because we might be facing a recession. People have to basically double their income or match it with half of what your current income. So if you're making $20,000 a year, you should be making an extra $10,000 on top of that, or extra $20,000 to match your expenses, because basically that's how it's going to feel with the inflation and with the rates going up. So definitely got to look out for cost of living. Also with the lack of workers into the job force, you're going to have a lot of companies paying people more money. So it's going to be higher wages, and the Federal Reserve not really liking that either, but they might rather that way with higher wages instead of having a whole bunch of people employed and have a higher unemployment rate. Seems kind of crazy, but that's the way economics work, and that's the way it is. So going forward, though, another thing to expect with year 2023 is that the U.S. and other countries will be transitioning from CBDC, you know, that's the central bank digital currency. So be aware of that, the central bank digital currency. And you can look into different laws that was passed that will go in effect, like, what was that law? 14067, Executive Order 14067, something like that. Look into that law. I'm going to do some more research and we'll do a video on that. Executive Order 14067 or 14067, I believe. But it's an executive order also with the terms of transitioning into the CBDC and to the digital currency, and basically fiat is going to be out the window. They're going to start basically taking your fiat, transforming it into CBDC, digital currencies, and in a way, that's the way we're going to be living going forward. To expect in the year 2023 will be new laws coming into effect. So a lot of states going to be putting some new laws in, especially between the months of January and February. A lot of laws going to be implemented in the summer months, and more laws will be implemented. One law that came across the research when I was doing some research was a law in Illinois. I forgot the name of the act, but basically the act is to get rid of cash bond for certain crimes. And the crimes were like violent type crimes. So if you do a certain crime, like, I don't even want to say any kind, but a robbery or something, battery and robbery or something like that, you will get arrested, but then you will go to jail, get booked and all that stuff, and there won't be any cash bond. So you can basically just walk out after and wait until your court date. So it's like, Illinois, like Chicago, and what's going on? Does it kind of make sense? But a lot more other things gonna go through. I'm gonna look into some more laws that's gonna go into effect like those, or any other laws in any other states that might affect you personally, business-wise, or emotionally, whichever way we're gonna have it. We're gonna talk about it because 2023 is here. Pretty soon, we're gonna be in 2024, and a lot of things are gonna happen in 2024 as well. And all of these is in the plan. Like, you can check out these websites. They got YouTube channels and all that stuff. You can check out what I'm talking about because they basically put it out there. Like, this is the plan and this is what we're going to go forward with. So once again, it's NZD. Hope you got some value out of this. Not trying to be on any negative thing, but it's kind of a video to make sure that we all on our P's and Q's. Like, man, over the years, like, especially last few months, I'm learning a lot of lessons. Like, last few months, a lot of lessons. So going forward, hopefully I learn from these lessons, continue to be better and continue to grow. 2023, continue to be a better person. These lessons hopefully will make me a better person and continue to be a better person. Continue to be great and continue to be a better person. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.